Hey guys, we're here with a battle report. 700 points, Lords of Battle, Elves versus Dwarves. And the reason why we have this kind of weird fighting going on between the Elves and Dwarves, both good armies, is because we are trying to test out our tournament armies. We're planning on going to the Nova Open for next year, and trying to try out some armies and try and see what happens, see if we can perfect an army. And so I'll go over my army composition first. I'm taking Rummel. He's leading a war band of elves. 4 spears and 4 spears and 4 elves with swords. Haldir, and also Rummel has 4 bowmen who I've deployed them up there within 6 inches. Haldir has the same composition. Glorfindel on Asilov and the armor of Gondolin. Then over here I have Gildor and Glorian. He's leading 4 bowmen, 2 swordmen, 4 spearmen, and all of the Wood Elf warriors in the army are upgraded with Nodolorian exile. And so this is the board, Lords of Battle. And this is really just an army to test out our tournament armies. We'll be back with the Dwarven army. Okay, we're with the Dwarven army. Sam, what are you taking?
Well, first of all, I just want to say sorry, my stuff's not painted. Alright. Taking Gimli with the Elven Cloak. He's leading a warband of Vault Wardens. I have 11 total. And then taking Mern and Drar. Then I have 10 Dwarf Rangers, all equipped with Dwarfen bows. And I have Floy Stonehand, and he will be my leader.
Alright, and just in case you're wondering, is it Mirren or Drar, which one that is, he's leading the other warband of Vault Warren teams. And then he deployed Drar, whichever, the guy with the bow, 6 inches away from him. So that's the Dwarven army. So it's a very high defense army, and I have a very shooting oriented army. So it's going to be a very interesting game. We're going to record turn by turn, so we'll be back after the first turn. I'll be right back. Okay, so that was a pretty important turn. Not really. Pretty much what happened is I stayed put. I just moved Rummel. Stayed put. He moved his shield wall up. He split his forces, took Gimli's shield wall. He's going to move him towards this brick of guys. He took Gerard, Mirren, and moved him up towards Gildor. And I shot down, failing to wound, which was expected. And he did the same thing. He shot all his rangers into the bowmen, and I mean, he got quite a few in the ways and stuff, but didn't roll it to wound or anything. So shooting overall was kind of uneventful, but just shuffled around. So we'll be back with the next turn. Alright, that was a pretty good turn. Finally, after 2, I did a heroic movement. He did a heroic movement. Sent his guys in here. He used the heroic movement with Gimli, and he sent in his guys through the door right there, okay, and pretty much based all my guys I had standing here. Well, I based a couple of them, and then I went and based the rest of his guys, moved some guys out of the way, took Glorfindel, charged him in against Gimli, who was standing right there. I did Rummel against a faux spear guy, and pretty much what happened is the first thing, I took Glorfindel, charged him against Gimli. We both did heroic strike. He got fight 7, I got fight 8, so we each rolled a 1 for the heroic strike chart. I won combat and rolled 4 6s. So I rolled 8 dice because it got knocked down and I charged. And so that's 4 6s. And actually I rolled 3 6s and I had a 5. I was getting ready to mine it, but he failed both of his fate. So he was out of might, couldn't mine any of those up. And the rest of the combat, pretty much just I won the combat. He didn't kill a guy. I won a combat, didn't kill anybody, and so it's pretty uneventful. And then my guys, I think right there, they shot down one ranger. So, oh, and then he did snipe one of my guys too. So, it's been a very close game. It's just a really cool stylistic game. So, but this is a layout of the battle right now. So we'll be back with the next turn. All right, so we just got done with that turn, and that was just another turn of nothing really.
Suspension.
Yeah, I stayed put. I moved Rummel, because he doesn't have Elven Cloak. I don't know if I put that in my. He doesn't have Elven Cloak, and I don't think Haladir has armor. That's how I didn't fully upgrade both them. And pretty much he just shuffled around. He's keeping his guys in a really good position, so where I can't really shoot the foe spears, just with his with his position and stuff, and like these guys right here. I did shoot all my shots up into Floy, and because he's the leader, which is pretty smart because he's not in the front in the vanguard. So he didn't take a single wound, and all of his shots bounced off the wall. So it's been that kind of game. But we'll be back with the next turn. Alright, so this has been a pretty grinding game. The Dwarven forces are starting to whittle in the front a little bit, but it's been a fight. It's been a struggle. So, Rummel got in a combat with the foe spear guy. They got in a combat, and the guy's still alive. The shield guy's still alive right over there. They killed the shield guy. Glorfindel charged the shield guy and threw 8 dice and didn't do anything. That guy in the back won against. I think he actually lost against the foe spear guy, but it's the fight right there. I think he lost, but didn't take a wound. These 4 guys right here, I think that's the guys. They charged a spear and a shield guy and killed the shield guy. These 2 guys charged, didn't do anything. This guy, we use this as a door, even though the base can't really fit through, but it's a door, so we let them. That's just kind of house rules for us. He moved 2 dwarves through a dwarven Voltworn team, based 1 guy, killed him. They came around, based the supporting guy, and killed him. Gildor came around and based a supporting guy and killed him. The elves charged here. 1 elf was killed by the shield guy, and then those 3 guys charged the shield guy and didn't do anything. So, shooting. Oh, I shot and killed Floy. So that was his leader. So I focused him that turn. So that was that. And then he shot and killed 2 of my archers. So finally, that's kind of breaking loose a little bit, but it's starting to pan out a little bit. Still a brawl going on. So we'll be back with the next turn. All right, that was pretty usual turn for this game. He killed like 4 of my guys. I killed 2 of his. Neither one of us. I don't know. I'm not close to being broken, Sam. Do you remember how many models you had at the beginning?
No, I have to do the count.
Alright, well, we'll be back with you guys on that. But he shot and killed like 2 of my bowmen, and then he killed like 4 of my guys in combat. I killed maybe 1 ranger in shooting, and then I was able to trap the shield guy that was there and use Rummel, and I was able to kill him. Glorfindel's been having trouble. He can't kill that guy, and pretty much it was just a stalemate. All these empty spaces right here, elves that are killed. So it's, and Gildor called a heroic move, moved over here, and his men moved back into the woods. So that 8-inch movement's really helped me out in this game. But yes, it's been a very close game in terms of the turns and whatnot. So we'll be back after the next turn. All right, so it's a pretty big turn. Sam killed quite a few of my elves. I killed like 2 of his dwarves. We're pretty much both down. We need 8 more to be broken.
Killing Gildor.
He killed Gildor and Glorian, trapped him. I tried to transfix Gerard or Mirren. Which one? I always get them confused. Mirren. I tried to transfix him. He resisted. And pretty much that's probably the biggest part of the turn. Those 3 guys over there charged. and lost combat. Didn't take any casualties, surprisingly. So, yeah, both armies looking pretty exhausted. I'm almost out of might totally. I have one more with Glorfindel, and that's about it. It's been a slugfest over here, and it's been a close game. So, killed a couple of his archers. So, we'll have to see how it goes. But we'll be back with action after this turn. Alright, so this turn was pretty good. I shot, I think, one of his rangers down. He shot, he didn't kill any of my archers this turn with his archery. He killed 4 guys in combat, though, and Rumil killed a guy, so I'm 3 away from being broken, and he's 7 away. So the gap is spreading apart. Although I'm optimistic for this turn, I hope things go well, and Glorfindel's done pretty good this game, so maybe he can go to work again. So we'll be back with the next turn. Alright, pretty much I lost like 4 elves again, so I'm broken this turn. And we'll have to see what happens. I think I killed like 1 guy that turn, so it's definitely later rounds. It's been the dwarven will has not been broken, so
yeah, I need 6 more until I'm broken.
Yep, but we will be back after the next turn. Alright, so we're back. Glorfindel was able to knock down some guys, kill them. That lone elf won combat against those 3 guys. I don't think anything happened over there. Rumil and a bunch of other guys trapped them. Haladir and his elves climbed down. I rolled 2 6s, so I finished my movement by hopping in combat with some of the guys. And that's about it. I didn't take any casualties that turn, maybe 1. Oh yeah, 1 guy fell off and died. So dwarves are 4 more away from being broken, so we'll be back with the next turn. Alright, little by little, I lost 2 guys, he lost 2 guys. 4 away from being down to 25%, and he's 2 away from being broken, so we'll have to see what happens in the next turn. So far it's been a bloodbath this turn, so that guy over there is inching up movement by movement, and those guys over there are really not doing anything. So we'll be back with this next turn. Alright, that was a big turn for the elves. Glorfindel, Mirren or Gerard, whichever one charged Glorfindel. He was being cocky, and he suffered the price. He died 1 turn for Glorfindel. Awesome sauce, Glorfindel. Pretty much the rest of the turn, I just spread out and kind of really focused heavy. I tried to do 2-on-1s against the spearman guys and that had the lower defense. So now the dwarves are broken, and so now we're gonna see. It's been a very close game, like I said, and it's been a very strategic game. And my army's been exhausted for the last 4 turns. I've been out of might totally. So we'll see. I'm still 4 away from getting down to 25. So we'll be back with the next turn. Alright, so a couple dwarves fled, and then a couple miles fled, and I'm 2 away from being down to 25, and I killed 1 guy in combat, so we'll be back with the next turn. Alright, we all passed our courage. I think like 1 dwarf fled, and I charged, what's his name, and so that's that. We're going to keep going until we finish. One of us can get down to 25% eventually. It's 2-11. We started at what, 10?
Yeah.
Yep. It's been a long battle, grueling process, but ultimately very enjoyable. So we'll be back with the next turn. That was a quick turn. I passed all my courage, he passed all his courage, and then we got into combat again. He charged him, I knocked them both down, and I did a wound to what's-his-face. And we all passed. Yeah, Gerard. No. And so we all passed, and not much is done, but it's getting there. The end is near, and we can feel it. We'll be back with the next turn. Alright, the game is over. The elves squeak out the victory, I guess. Although it was very close. I wasn't even able to kill him with Glorfindel. He managed to stay alive the whole game, but a couple more guys fled for the Dwarves, so that's what ended the game. Very close game. I feel like both armies are good. Maybe we're gonna have a couple more games with them, see how they fare against other armies. But in terms of tournament armies, I feel like the Dwarves are very solid. If you were somebody who didn't have a lot of shooting and have heroes who could win combats like I did, then somebody would have had a hard time getting past that defense 8, getting past all those other guys. Glorfindel, I debated on taking him in the tournament, and I think he's going to stay in the final cut of the list, although I am getting an Eladin model to use as a armored version for the armor of Gondolin, so I have that to look forward to. Rumel did a really good job this game. He had quite a bit of rerolls for 6s, and so he's probably going to be in the final cut. Haladir's going to be in the final cut, and probably all the heroes I took in this battle are going to be in the final cut of the army. I really don't see me changing too much. I can't really fit too many more points in this army anyway, so if any. So, but that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe and comment, please. And let us know. Let us know if you guys are gonna be heading over to the Nova Open next year and try to hang out. No, everybody have a good one.